Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at routing preferences for a plumbing system. I'm going to do just a basic DWV system, but the same logic will apply to any other kind of piping system that you need to set up. So let's just pretend that you are right out of the box and all you have is just one standard pipe in there with no fittings loaded in. What I would recommend doing, there are out of the box fittings you can get from Revit, but I would not recommend using those. I would recommend using real fittings. So what I did was I came to Charlotte's website, which is what I see most contractors use that I work with. What I did was I came to Charlotte's website, did a search for Revit. This page popped up. You can see results for Revit. I clicked on Revit right here and brought me to this page where I filtered by product line, PVC, DWV, and you can download this Revit family file that will contain all of the fittings and pipe necessary for building your DWV piping routing preferences. So I didn't want to bore you with it, so I've already loaded them in, but what I did was here are all my fittings. You can see I still got everything selected. I grabbed and I just dragged and dropped everything in. I'm on 2025, and so these were made in I think 2015, so it has to upgrade, but it didn't take too long to do that. So let's jump into the routing preferences. So I'm going to do PI. And I went ahead and I've got this standard setup, but you're probably going to see just the default setup to start with. You can select on that and duplicate it or however you want to do it. But anyway, we did PI for pipe, or you can come to systems and click on pipe here. Now let's go to edit type. Right up here at the top, you're going to see routing preferences. And first what we're going to do is actually we're going to change this. We're going to rename this to a Charlotte DWV waste piping. And now let's go to routing preferences. Those are already set up. Let me back it. Let me actually do it from this default right here. So now let's go to edit. Same exact thing. We'll leave this as default. Routing preferences, edit, and you can see here we've got nothing really selected. Right here, you got a drop down. These, I believe, come out of the box from Revit, the different type of piping segments. So I'm going to be using Schedule 40 PVC. Select on that. 1/4 inch to 8 inch is just fine. I won't use anything bigger than 8 inch typically. Elbow, we are going to use two different types of elbows. I'm going to use a sweep for my larger pipe, my 3 inch to 8 inch, and I'm going to add another fitting under elbow here for my 2 inch piping. Just want to show you that you can do different types of fittings based on sizing, and I'm going to show you something in a second that still kind of frustrates me about Revit, but for now let's just use this 300 quarter bin for my 2 inch, and my max size is 2 inch. Okay, T is what I'm going to be using. The other option is tap. We're going to be using a T in this case. Junction, here's where my frustration comes in. I always set mine to have the reducing Y, because I tend to use the reducing Y more than the standard Y. So I set the 502 combination Y reducing bend, and it's going to be on all. Now what I wish you could, I want to go ahead and add one, but what I wish you could do, I wish Revit would understand that we as plumbing engineers and designers need to be able to pull off reducing and same size pipe. But for whatever reason, if you have the same sizes selected in both of these, Revit will look no further past this top line here. I'll show you in a second why I keep this the way I do. I usually have this in here Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't, and I'll show you here in a second why. Transition, just a standard pipe increaser reducer. That's going to be on all. Again, you can set different sizes on all this stuff if you would like. Union, we're going to have just your standard coupling for Charlotte. We don't need a flange. And cap, we're just going to have our standard PVC scale to 40. There you have it. We've got our routing preferences set up. Now, if you can load families, if you come into segments and sizes, you can set your angles and a bunch of other stuff I won't get into, but that's what those buttons are for up there. Now we've got this set up. We're going to say OK. We're going to say OK again. Okay. All right, now let's get that pipe drawn in. Let's go exit, exit, PI for pipe. It's going to slope. And we're going to slope it. We'll slope up. We'll start with 4 inch. And then it's going to reduce down to 3 inch. Maybe. All right, so you can see that it puts the specified reducer increase that I specified in the routing preferences, automatically puts that in there. Now let's look at our branches. Since I have the top as a reducer, I'm going to make sure that this is smaller than this pipe here. So 3 inch. We want to make sure we do inherit elevation. We're going to be sloping up. And we're 3 inch still. Boom. Here, let's say we want to do 2 inch. Oh, I didn't inherit elevation. That's what happens when you do not select inherit elevation. Okay, so you can see that the reducers are working because they are on that top line. Now, if I try to come in here and do the same size with the regular 501, it will not work. I didn't select inherit elevation. That's not the problem. Watch. 4, 4, takeoff. Will not do it. I wish Revit would fix this. If you guys know a workaround or anything, please let me know. The way that I do it now, cancel that. I do one of two things. I usually just do PF. I know exactly what I'm looking for, 501, and I should be able to plop that right in there. And I should be able to plop it right in there too. The thing that is frustrating about it, doing it this way, is you have to kind of do all that and then select and then draw more pipe and all that kind of stuff. So another way I'll do it is I'll do all my reducers, the branches that are going to be reducing, and then if I got a couple of 4 to 4 or 3 by 3s or whatever, I'll come in here, and some people will set up 2 different pipe types. I don't do that. I just come in here, I'll do edit type. It takes me 2 seconds to come in here and select that, bump it up. I did that kind of quick, but all I did was I came to the junction. I selected my 501, which is my 4x4, 3x3, whatever. It's not reducing. It was below. I selected on it and used this button right here to pump it up. I'm going to redo it because I just switched them again. So I select on it and up, and I've got none selected for some strange reason, but I'll show you in a second that doesn't matter. Here, I'll show you now that it doesn't matter. I had none selected. Which isn't going to work, but even though now I've got all selected, it still isn't going to let me pull 4 off of 4. Just want to show you that it still doesn't work. Just forgot to do inherit elevation. Inherit elevation 4, and it still doesn't work. Just want to show you that real quick. So anyway, what I will do is I will select on that, come in here, and like I said, I did it quickly before, but now I'm just going to select on 501. I'm going to bump him to the top. Okay, apply, okay. And now when I draw my pipe, I can just do this and go, okay, I want that to be like that. And I want this to come down this way. Oop, didn't hit inherit elevation. And, oh, inherit size too. And boom. That's how I do it. Makes it a lot easier than the PF and putting it in there and then having to rotate it. I mean, I'm hitting space bar and it's not rotating for me, so to me it's kind of easier just to flip that around real quick and do all of your reducers at one time, come back and do all the ones that are the same size. All right, now I'll show you something else real quick. We set up 2 different types of elbows. This is a 3 inch. It is going to give me a long sweep. Now, if I go to, let's say I got a 2-inch, I come down, now it's just got a 1/4 bend. So you set them up however you want to. You can have 4 or 5, whatever you want, but they must be different sizes. If they're the same size, Revit will look no past the one that is the top priority. So anyway, that is routing preferences for plumbing systems. Hope this was helpful. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to keep bringing videos at you. So like and subscribe, and we'll try to get some more stuff going. Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.